Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for me this video is a little bit early. I'm pre-recording it because I'm on holiday this week. It's actually the 24th today, but I wanted to get it up and show you. So if you follow my channel you'll have seen this one. Let me zoom you in. I'm going to show you all the pages I've coloured this month. This one we did together with, and is entirely done with, Derwent pastel pencils, and I just adore her, and I've gone a bit pastel crazy ever since because it came out, let me zoom out a little bit, it came out so beautiful and was so easy that I had great pleasure in doing it. So this is Christine Karen's Seedling, and there is a colour along on my channel if you're interested of having a look at that one. I don't feel a little bit all over the place. I don't know why. Okay, so one of the things that Kenny left me a comment in was, what was I fixing my pastel pictures with? I think she was a bit concerned that it was all going to fall off. So I brought Frisk pastel fixative. Pastel fixative. So you can use it with pastel crayon, charcoal chalk and transfer lettering, and I have to say it's absolutely fantastic. There's no transfer whatsoever once I've sprayed it. It is very strong smelling, but absolutely brilliant because I was using hairspray before. Okay, so there's a beautiful Christine Karen's image. Then another book that I introduced you to was Tim Jeff's new Birds book, which is available as a PDF on Etsy. And we did, if I can find it, we did together this one, The Cock on the Rock. We did with, let me take the binding off for a minute. We did, again, this was the first image that I coloured with pastel pencils. We did this as a colour along together, and I'm thrilled to bits with him or her. Came out beautifully. So this was the image that made me decide to start experimenting with the Derwent pastel pencils, and I have to say it's been a bit revolutionary for me. They are amazing, and I don't think there's a limit to what they can do so far. So then I went on, this was an earlier one, I did this one that's on the front cover. If I can find it for you. That's the only trouble with PDFs, isn't it? If you haven't got them bound properly. Give me a second, it's coming. Somewhere. It is here, trust me. Sorry. Oh, such a doofus. There we go. So I'll bring it up rather than, let me move that light, there we go. I'll bring it up rather than keep, this was done with pan pastels. As you can see it's rubbed off because I didn't have my fixative. Pan pastels, and I'm going to put my other light on, give me a second. Right, is that any better? Yeah, pan pastels background, and Prismacolors. I couldn't remember what they were called, so I'll bring it up to the camera. So this is the Great Blue Heron, but actually after using the pan pastels with these images, because they are beautifully grayscaled, I think I will be doing the rest of the book in the pastels. I think it just it came out beautifully. So I did him. So that was Tim Jeff's Birds. I think I'm going to take this on holiday and work through it with my pastel pencils. So let's put that back in. Tim Jeff's Birds. Love Tim Jeff's. I love his intricate inks as well, but I've never been brave enough to do them. So now I've worked out the pastels, I might actually give it a shot. And then I was watching, whose live was it? CB's, Connie's live stream, and she was colouring in the mouse guard, and I'd been so scared to do it, but it really inspired me to get it out and get going. I thought it's ridiculous, you've got these lovely books that... So I did this one, the very first one, and I thought I might try and work through. Again, this is another book that will probably take pastels quite well, I'm not sure. But here he is. And this is entirely done with Neos, apart from a tiny bit of detail work to give him some fur. Yeah, so was completely painted with Neos, and a tiny, like I say, a little bit of detail for his fur, and I think I might have done a little bit of shading on the leaves, or it could have just been shading with Neos. And I use the Caran d'Ache palette board and I paint it on, but I'm quite pleased with him. I think he's very cute, his little nose. Yeah, so I had good fun actually, so thank you guys. And Kenny said in that live, Lucy, it's an easy book to colour in, so I thought, right, give it a whirl. So there he is. And then there's quite a few this month because yeah, I found a bit of solace in my colouring again. Then I got this new book called The Art of Nature. Now they're all based on vintage botanical and scientific prints, so there's flowers, birds, there's all sorts of fish, sea life, fruit. It's an awesome book. So if you want to flip through, I can do one. I think there's only a couple on, see, birds' eggs, look at those. There's only a couple on YouTube that I saw, but if you want me to flip through it properly, just leave me a comment and I'll do so when I get home from my holiday. So The Art of Nature, and I did, just to experiment to see what the paper was like. I'm just trying to get the lighting right. I did the Starfish, and it gives you the name underneath it so you can look it up and refer. This was done in, I'm just trying to see, is this polychromos? You can tell there's no wax shine. Yeah, and I had great fun. The paper, it's not too thin, but it's not Amazon print paper. I don't know how it would respond to, no, it's definitely not Amazon print paper. I don't know how it would respond to water medium, but it's an awesome book. It's so beautiful, and the pages are perforated, so no, I haven't messed it up. It looks like it's all, the spine's cracked, but it's not. But the pages are perforated so that you can take the page out if you want to. So there's my Starfish. For a little image, it took a long time actually to get all that detail in, but I'm really pleased with how that turned out actually. And I'm not doing background. I want to leave it as like as if it was an old-fashioned reference book, so I should be leaving it like that. So then I did, let me see, this one I'm not particularly happy with, but I'm going to show you anyway because I'm trying to move away from that fear of not being good enough. So Maria Troll's Dream Rays, and I did, are you ready? It's not great. I did this one. I hate the skin on her hand. If I'd have had my pastels, I think this paper would work great with them. And I just did this one. This was when I first started getting back into colouring after having Lily, the loss of Lily. So it is what it is. It's a complete picture. And yeah, like I say, I'm not happy, but you know, we have these things, don't we? We not every picture we colour in is going to be fantastic and wondrous and, you know, awe-inspiring. So yeah, there's that one. Let's cover it up and move on. Dream Res. Okay, then, oh, let's do my other one that I'm not overly happy with. Summer Nights, Hannah Carlson. Now, with my pastel phase, my newfound love of using the pastel pencils, I'll try and find it, hang on. This is not like me, see, I normally have it all sorted out and ready. Here it is. I wanted to experiment in the Hannah Carlson books because I find the paper very difficult to blend on, and so this paper really grabs hold of the pastels, and look at the vibrancy in those colours. You actually probably wouldn't even know if I hadn't told you that that was pastel pencils. But it is, the entire image is pastel pencils. Apart from the black on the black and red butterfly, that is polychromos. But look at the colour, look how vibrant they came out for pastels. And that's because this paper really grabs hold of them. But again, super, super easy. Now, the one thing to note on this is it's not completely erasable when you put it on the paper. And this is why I did a patch up here. I did that with the background. Some of it's with pencil, most of it, but this darker bit I used my usual chalk sticks because I couldn't get it to blend properly. So because it's got that tooth and it grabs hold of the pastel really, really well, be aware that this won't erase like you might be expecting it to. But again, I've used my fixative and not a thing, but I was really, really impressed with the vibrancy that I could get with the Derwent pastel pencils. So and I really struggle in this book with, like, here's an older picture, sorry, not even a shot. I really struggle with getting the blends with using the pencil. I find it really hard, is what I'm trying to say. So that way now these books may well get the pastel treatment. Okay, so yeah, I'm pleased with that, the way it came out for a first attempt at a full intricate image with pastels, and they're quite difficult to get a sharp point, you know, if you're not used to it. So yeah, I was very pleased with that. So that's Summer Nights with Hannah Carlson. And then this one I did earlier on in the month. And as you know, I'm trying to complete this book, and we've done this one and this one. And this we did as a colour along together. And I just love her work. So I did this one. Now, this is, I'll have to stay zoomed out, otherwise you're not going to see it all, because let me lift you up just slightly, sorry. This is Linda Ravencroft's, I do apologise, I haven't even introduced the book. Linda Ravencroft's Fairy Fantasy Art colouring book number 4. And I'd looked and looked and looked at this image for a while and thought, oh, you're not good enough, you'll never be able to do it. And then I just thought, I don't know. I thought life's too short after, like I say, after losing our Lils, my lovely doggy. And I just went for it. And I painted it with Neos. And I used some Pablos to do the shading. Very little pencil work. The gold is, the gold cups are KJ Designs by Karen with a little bit of pencil work. And that, the sword, is the Neo silver with a little bit of pencil work. So I was thrilled to bits with how this turned out. It's not the nicest of images, is it? Pig's head, but absolutely thrilled to bits. And look at this little guy, he's so cute. And I'm just so pleased with how it turned out, because this, to me, was the scariest one in the book, because it seemed to be the most intricate. But I'm so, so pleased with it. I really love it. So, and then there's the last two I've done in Coleridge Wild. Love these books. I've got all 4 now. And I've got pastel on the front. I've done 2 in here this month. So I've done this beautiful lady. She is done in, let me bring the camera back down. She is done in pan pastels for the skin, the eyes, the flower, the bees. The only thing I did with pencil actually was her hair. And I was just thrilled to bits with how I was able to blend the flower with the pan pastels. And I don't know why I hadn't thought of these things before. You know, we know how easy it is to do skin with them, so why not everything else? But I just loved how it turned out. So I tell a lie, I think the little bees are done in polychromos, the same as the hair. But this paper again is quite difficult, I think, to get you have to layer and layer and layer. to get it to build up, because it is it's perfect for pastels. So I was pleased with her. And then my final image, I think, to show you this month, this is with my pastel pencils, and I am thrilled to bits with how this little lady came out. Here we are. Isn't she gorgeous? So the little mouse sitting in her hair is, this is all pastel, Derwent pastel pencils, and then I've gone in with a little tiny few strokes just to, let me move that. No, it's not that casting shadow, is it? I don't know what it is. I've just gone in with a few strokes just to give him his fur back. I wonder what it is, if it's that one. Let's turn that off, does that help? Yeah, that's better. So he came out beautiful, I was really pleased with him. And then her little face, I was a little bit unhappy because I used Posca to bring her freckles out, but never mind. And then I did this blonde hair, and I love it. I'm so pleased with it. I haven't fixed her yet. I must use the spray on her before I put her back away, but I am thrilled to bits with it, and I love these pastels. So I have ordered the 48 set, I think, of Stablo Carbothello pencils. They should be here today for me to take on holiday, because I don't understand why I've not been using them before. They're just an amazing media. So I should be taking this awesome book away with me on holiday, because it's another book that I'd really like to complete, and hopefully I'll have lots more to show you. So quite a full month of images, and a lot of practice gone into it, and new mediums again, and I'm really enjoying the whole process. So anyway guys, I'll stop rambling. I am away on holiday, so if you comment in the comments and I don't get back to you immediately like I normally do, just bear with me, because I know that the internet where we're going is sort of in and out, so I will reply as soon as I can. But anyway, I'll let you go. So until I come home in a week's time, and I've got lots of videos planned, take really good care of yourselves, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now. Bye.